Hi everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel BIM for Construction. So as we have started in Revit architectural tutorial series for the architects and the civil engineer students. So in this today video, we will be discussing about how you can create a topo surface. Okay, what is the basic use of topo surface, then how you can place the components related to that topo surface. Okay, so basically whenever you are starting in Revit project, here in the sample you can see one architectural sample project will be there in each Revit version. So let's say first of all I am explaining the components of the topography and the different components like site accessories, then the components, then the pad, then I will be creating one topo surface for a particular project. Okay, so let's say we are opening this as a sample project. Okay, so whenever you open this a sample architecture project, here you can see one building we are having as a sample. So whenever you will go to the 3D view, you will found one house is there. Okay, as you can see here also, and we are having this ground, or you can say the terrain is there. Okay, so this part is, you can see as a sand part, then above we are having a grass, then here we are having the trees components. Okay, then we are having house, then here we are having a component that can be placed using the help of the pad. Okay, so if you go in the massing and site, all those topo surface elements will be there. Okay, so to place a particular trees and everything, you can go to site components and you can place the trees and all to create such topo surface. Okay, this is called topo surface, or you can say a terrain. So to create this, you have to go to the topo surface. Then with the help of parking component, you can create the parking. Then you can create the building pad also. This building pad you can create, then you can start the building construction over that particular pit. Okay, so this is the basic overview of the, you can say, the topo surface that we are using in any terrain project. Okay, so basically what is the use of topo surface? Okay, so what is topo surface? First of all, it represents existing or proposed ground or terrain of a site, particular site. Okay, it will represent existing or proposed ground terrain of any site. Okay, it will help you in site planning, it will help you in checking the levels and the slopes at different point. Okay, it helps in building placement. Okay, where you can place your building, where you want to place. This helps, this topo surface or the terrain helps in you deciding that particular zone or location. Okay, helps you in excavation part, that how much deep you want to excavate in the particular area. Then further on this terrain, you can host the roads, beds, site components as per your requirement. Okay, so as you can see here, so we will be creating such kind of terrain, how you can create such kind of terrain with the help of topo surface in your Revit project. So let's start. So we will be opening this sample project. Okay, so right now if I show you 3D, right now we are having no topo surface here. So I am creating a one topo surface over this area. So to create a topo surface, you have to go to the site plan. Okay, in your floor plans, different floor plans will be there as per your project levels. Then there will be a one site plan, so you can go to that particular site plan. Also, if you want to work in the 3D, then you can also work in the 3D direct. So right now I am going to the site plan. Here if you go to passing and site, topo surface option is there. Okay, so we will be creating such kind of terrain. And one more important point, these counter lines, as you can see here, if you want to create such hilly or terrain areas, then we need to draw such counter lines in the Revit. Okay, so what this 10 unit is saying, it means from the level, this particular counter lines is 10 unit above, then the next counter line is 20 unit above, then the next counter line is 30 unit above. So that's how it will create a terrain, by raising the each unit again and again as per the counter lines. So that's how the Revit understand that it needs to raise the particular topo surface level again. The next time for the 30 unit, it will raise again that topo surface level. Okay, so by this method, Revit will understand and it will create a hilly terrain area surface. Okay, so let's start. To create the topo surface, we will be clicking on the topo surface simply here. Then we have to place the components. We have to simply create those counter lines. So let's say if I am starting from here, and right now my elevation from the level is 0. Okay, so let's say I have placed these components. So you can see here, once you started placing the points, it will create one lines connecting all those roads. So these lines are called as a counterparts. Okay, so let's say at 0 elevation we have created some counter lines. Okay, next I am giving a height of let's say 3 meter. Before starting, make sure that in the project unit settings you are using the meter, okay, or whatever as per your requirement. So let's say how you can change. So to change that, you have to simply go to, let me show you how you can change that unit setting also. For that, you can simply go to the UN command, and here you will mentioning the length as a meter, and rounding you can choose the 2 decimal. Okay, let's start again. We are using first counter line as a 0. So I am creating a simple 4 to 5 points somewhat here. Then I am raising it up to 3 meter. After that I am raising the area. Okay, from here I am raising the area. Okay, after that again I am raising the area 3 meter again. So from here again I am raising. So as you can see here, once we are clicking, we are generating the dots by placing this place point. It will be creating a different counter lines for each. Let's say we are having 10 meter again. Okay, so once I will be clicking it done, if you go to in 3D, you will be seeing your topo surface is created, topography is created, and as we have created in the initial, we are having 0 meter level, then gradually we have increases. So you can see also in the 3D that the gradually this the surface topography surface is increasing. Okay, here also you can see the topography surface is increasing. Now let's say one more example I will give you. Let's say if you want a one pit here. So in that case, what you will be doing here, we are having a 10 meter topography. We will be going to edit surface again. We will be placing the point. Let's say we will starting from the 10 itself. Okay, I am creating 10. Then we will be decreasing gradually. Let's say now I am creating 7 inside this. Okay, at the 7 meter elevation. Now again I am creating at the 3 meter elevation. Let's say inside this one. So there will be a one deep hole, you can say pit will be there, something like that. So you can see here. So by giving the proper elevation input, you can create such kind of depth in the particular topography, or if you want to create the high levels, then you can create the high levels also. Only that things you need to keep in mind, that you have to give the proper elevation input while creating the topography. Okay, now more features are there related to the topography, what you can control. So here if you go to topography, first we will be discussing about split surface. If you want to split the existing topography, let's say if we want to split the existing topography from here, okay, we will be splitting from here. So for that you can simply go to split surface. From here you have to choose that particular topography. You have to click, you can choose anyone. For right now I am choosing this line, and I am dividing this topography from here. Let's say this one I have divided. Click OK, finished. So this part will be generated as a different. So what is the use for here? Let's say if you want to create this part as a different material, if you want to give you can give the different properties to this particular topography, and you can give the different properties to that particular different topography. So by clicking on the material, I am changing the material for that one. I am choosing here from, let's say, side grass we are choosing. I am clicking on this. So now, okay, let me go to the shaded. You can see here we have changed the material of the rest of the topography, and that part we have divided right now is that particular part material is not updated. So this is how you can split the two different surfaces if you want to give these two different surfaces to different material or different properties. Okay, so this is how you can control. Now let's say if you want to merge. So for merging also, again there is an option available. Simply click on the merge option. You will be selecting both. You will be selecting both the topography, and it will again create one. Okay, so right now the first topography you will choose, it will transfer that particular topography properties into the second chosen one. Let's say this time we are choosing this grass area as the first, and we will be selecting this, we can say the sand material topography as the second one. So this first property will be transferred to the second one, you can see here. Okay, so like this you can create, you can split, and you can merge the surfaces. Now here one more feature is there, which is called as a sub region. Let's say if in this particular region you want to define or you want to create a different shape, so you can create a different shapes here. Let me show you with the example. Let's say we are choosing the sub region here, and I am creating a circular, or let me draw some lines here. Let's say I am creating some kind of geometry here. Okay, so this will be created as a separate region, sub region. So if we go to 3D this time, you can see here it will be created as a different sub region. So in this case, it will be the part of this particular topography, not the split part, but here you can assign the different property to this particular one here. Okay, so you by type you can select here. So if you delete this particular topography, so it will also be deleted. Okay, so what is the difference between split and subregion? In subregion, this is the parent, you can say this is your parent topography and this is your child topography, but in this case of the split, both are two different topography cases. So if you're deleting this particular parent one, the child one also will be deleted, but this split will not get deleted. So this is the difference between split surface and the subregion. For now, let's say if you want to change this material, if you want to show some kind of, let's say for now we will be creating some kind of pond here, water pond. So we can go and we can select the water material. Okay, so from here water, let's say site water. Okay, here water, apply. Okay, so like this you can change the color here also. Now moving further, if you want to create like some parking components or the building pad, then how you can create if you want to place the site component. So for placing site components, you have to simply click on the site component, then you have to choose what kind of component you want to place. There are multiple trees, cars and everything's available there. Let's say we will be placing this 4.5 meter blueberry elder trees. So I am selecting here. Then elevation you have to check from the ground floor, 0 elevation, and I am placing this kind of trees somewhat here at this boundary, let's say. Okay, so you can place such kind of site components also. Okay, in your over your topography. So you can see here we have placed the plants also. Now lots of site components are there as per your requirement. You can place, like if you go here, we are having car, we are having a woman, we are having here some you can say the pot is there, cars are there. So you can place all of them as per your requirement. You can download also from the internet. Okay, now let's move on to how you can create the building pad. For let's say if you want to create a building pad over any terrain, so you can create a particular your building or that. Okay, so for that one you have to simply click on the building pad. Now you can create a sample building pad around. If you want, what that building pad you want to construct your house or whatever building you can construct. So let's say I am creating an here simple rectangle. Okay, I am or different shapes also you can control. Let's say we are deleting this one, we are creating a shape with the help of center arc radius here. So this shape I am creating, done, finish. Okay, so if I go to 3D here, this time it has created a pad into this particular topography. Okay, so you can control the elevation also. Let's say we will be shifting this one upside. Okay, so here our building pad is visible. So like this you can create the building pad or a particular topography surface, and then you can plan for your house. If you want to build a house over it, let's say this house we are having right now created for our different tutorials. So I am shifting this one, or I am copying this one here also. Okay, I have to shift it over. Okay, command move, remove constraint. Okay, so like this you can create a pad, then you can plan for your house or that particular pad. Okay, and also you can create a pad for any path. If you want to show any path here, you can create the path also with the help of that. And of course you can download the more components and you can place more component. Let's say if you want to place this car, you can place this car outside this house. Okay, you can create a full building with the help of all the architectural tab from here, roof, ceiling, floors, everything from here. You can create a full building. Okay, so this is how you can start for your topography, and this is how you can create the topography levels, different levels, with the help of the points and the counter lines. Then you can also give a, if you want to give a particular pit in your particular terrain area, then you can also create such kind of pits. Okay, and also, for example, if you are not if you don't want to start with manual, so basically for a project we will be having one CAD from the surveyor. Okay, so how you can create a terrain with the help of that CAD? So for that, simply you have to go to insert, you have to import your CAD. Okay, let's say this CAD we are having, you have to mention the particular correct units from here also, then open. Then I am placing this terrain, let's say right now here. So as you can see in this CAD, we are having some counter lines and also the elevations are given there. Okay, so on that particular CAD also you can start modeling your topography. So first of all, I am pinning this CAD, and how to start for that particular, again you are going to massing. Okay, again you are choosing from here Toposurface, then again we are placing the points. Okay, simply we are placing the points here. If you want, let's say if you don't want to start manually, so let me show you first manually. So here, let's say this line we are having at a 4.5 meter above, so we will be mentioning here 4.5 meters, and then we will be clicking the point. So as near as you will be picking the point, the topography surface will be smooth and more accurate as per your site condition. Okay, so you can start picking those points. Let's say quickly I'm doing this one. So as accurate as near point you will be picking, it will be the more accurate for your project. The next counter line we are having at 5, so I'm picking the 5 again. We are drawing this counter line. I'm drawing in a small first part, so you will be understanding how you can create the terrain from the CAD also. Next we are having at 5.50, again we are having the increased here. Okay, so 5.50 here, so you can see here the dots we are placing, right? Again with this one here 5.50, again we are having the inside one is at 6.0, so I'm creating at 6.0 again. So from the outer side to inside, it is increasing the slope, means the slope will be increasing, so it is like a hilly area. So if I remove this CAD for now, let's say, so you can see here we are having an increased slope. You can see the slope is increasing. Okay, so like this uphills you can also create from the CAD if CAD file is shared with you from the client side. And also, let's say if you don't want to create from the CAD by manually, so you can also use one command here. For that, simply you have to go, then Toposurface, you will be clicking here create from import. So select import instance. Okay, so you can click on this and you will be selecting that CAD and it will be creating an automatic terrain above that one. So you have to first mention which layer you want to select from here. For now, as an example, I am selecting all layers, so it will create terrain over all those layers. Okay, so you can check in your CAD, or you can delete the unnecessary elements from your CAD and then you can insert that particular CAD in your Revit. Okay, then you can use this feature. So automatically the Revit will create a topo surface with the help of the counter lines. Okay, so it will be detecting the counter lines automatically. So you can see here such kind of topography is created right now. Okay, so for your example that I told you, that you have to delete the unnecessary part and you have to select only that particular. So you can see here a topography is created. So let me delete the unnecessary part from here, so we will be seeing the only upper portion as a topography. Okay, So like this you can delete the existing part. So I will recommended you, so you will be checking the particular layer and you will be choosing the particular layers only while choosing from here. Toposurface, create from import, select import instant, choose the particular layer only in which you want to create the automatic counter lines, okay? Or else you can delete all of those things in the CAD itself. You can open the CAD, that particular CAD, and you can delete all those, and the rest file you want to create the counter lines, and then the terrain you will be keeping that particular only here. So like this you can create a 3D particular topography as per your requirement. You can place the components, okay? You can place the building pad, and also you can place the parking component. So for the parking component, simply you will be clicking over here, whatever families are available within your Revit, okay? You can place, let's say if you want to place like this, so you can place the parking components also here, 1 2 3, okay? So this is as per your requirement. You can create such project, and this is all about the topography. Thanks for watching the video.